Hey there guys, I am SonicGhost and welcome back to some more Let's Play Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. Last time we saved Colin from King Bublin and also we took on the Gorons in a contest of strength, winning that. So now we are allowed to go into the Goron Mines, the second dungeon of the game. So any further ado, let's head inside. And here we go, we are entering the Goron Mines, our second dungeon located here in Death Mountain. Now this dungeon has a cool little gimmick to it later on with the iron boots. We'll see when we get there, but it pretty much acts like anti-gravity. It's Super Mario Galaxy before Super Mario Galaxy, if you want to think of it like that. So really besides that little unique thing to the dungeon here, this dungeon isn't all that difficult. It's actually pretty straightforward. Just you need to be careful not to jump into the lava by accident, because it's pretty easy for you to fall in the lava. But besides that, this place isn't too bad. It's pretty straightforward. And it's probably one of my more favorite atmospheric dungeons in the game. Not by music, so to say, but more just from the looks of it. It does look pretty nice in my opinion. So with that all said, onwards with the episode. Here we are, inside the mines. I do like the atmosphere of this place though. It's supposed to be like a mining setting, but a lot of the times you get the feel of inside a volcano, which is pretty much what the Death Mountain is. It's this big volcano. So the atmosphere here is very deadly. I was just like jumping down this segment. I don't really like going the long way around like that. So let's just wait it out. You jump in that lava there, and it's not an instant kill, but it feels like it, because Link pretty much just gets engulfed inside the lava. It looks like he's dead, but he's not, luckily, for you. It's pretty gruesome now, thinking about it. But what you want to do here, this is a little set of puzzles where if you step down on these switches here at your iron boots, that will go ahead and turn off these fire geysers here. That's the only real way you're going to get through here, and you need to be fast, because these things are on time limits. Oh, hang on. I want to show you guys the use of the shield attack for, just throwing back projectiles, because that's really the only other time you're ever going to see it outside the tutorial. I swear, that ability of the shield attack you never use. So, what was the point of even giving it to you if there was only, like, one, maybe two enemies you can use it on? It just kind of feels like an add-on ability to the shield attack. It really does, but enough of that. Free 20 rupees coming over here into that chest. If you want those, go for it. I'm gonna need a lot of rupees later on for a couple things, but for now, I wouldn't worry about having too many rupees as much. And oh, come on. Try this again. Finisher. There we go. But yeah, I was about to say, I wouldn't worry about going out of your way here to get rupees, simply because it's so easy to get rupees in this game, so there's really not that much of a need to grind for money. The only times I think you might want to grind for money is maybe for optional stuff, and even then you might not even have to grind, depending on how good your wallet looks by the time you're at that optional stuff. Usually you never need to grind for any rupees. Alright, but just wait that switch down your iron boots to open up the gate. Pretty simple. And this is the main part of the dungeon right in here. You're going to be coming back to this room quite a lot. But pretty much here the gimmick is, you see these little poles sticking down? Those are magnets. And when those things are magnetized, turned on, and you wear your iron boots underneath one of those, you will get sucked up and you will be standing on the ceiling. You'll see that later on. That's a gimmick in this dungeon. And it's the second use of the iron boots, besides weighing you down to help you get through certain areas and, well, obviously not get pushed around by things. The second use of iron boots is actually being able to stick to magnetic walls. This is the only dungeon, though, the only area in the game, actually, that uses the magnetic function of the iron boots, which is a shame, because I really do like being able to walk on walls and the ceiling. I would have liked to see that come back in one of the other dungeons, maybe, if they didn't use it somewhere outside of this. They do use that gimmick, I think, one more time, and it's one of the side caves you can go into for a heart piece. But if you're not going for any of the heart pieces, then this is the only time you're going to see that magnetic gimmick of the boots. And like I said, that's a shame because I do like being able to stick to the walls and walking around on them like that. That's a pretty cool gimmick. It's very much anti-gravity, and I don't mind anti-gravity as much as some others. I find it to be pretty fun, actually. Which is probably why I enjoy Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 so much. Alright, I just want to be careful here not to jump in the lava, because sometimes your depth perception will push you right into the lava without you wanting to. Oh, come on. Oh, there you go, I sideswiped them in the end. Those are Dodongos we're killing there. We don't have bombs, so we can't bomb the Dodongos, but a difference here between these Dodongos and the Dodongos in the N64 Zelda games is that these guys don't explode. In Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, the Dodongos explode when they kill them. It's not the case here, which is a good thing for you, because then you don't have to run away in the last moment there before they explode and kill you. The Dodongos in the NES Zelda game I don't think exploded either. They just faded away, and ow! That hurt. Luckily though, you don't get an instant kill from fire. You would think you would, but luckily that is not the case. Oh crap, I don't think I'm gonna make it. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, dang it! There's an invisible wall there. If you let the thing go too far in, yeah, you're not gonna be able to make it through, and it's pretty much like an invisible wall. But what's Minda have to say? Ah, great. Looks like our path is blocked again. Can't you be a little more timely? Figure out the timing for when those flame pillars retreat. That's when you make your move. Minda's right. You pretty much want to let go of this thing when you know those fire pillars are out. You can't really turn around to check it, but as you see, I'm trying to, but the camera won't move any more than this. But if you look through the grating there, then you can see when the fire geysers go out. It's just sometimes I might not be able to get my timing right and run right into one of those things when they pop up. You still have to be pretty fast though, because look, see? I didn't delay at all, and that thing's still shut. So you have to be really fast while doing this. In fact, this is actually the most trouble I've ever had with this one section. I don't know why it's giving me so much problem right now. There's so many problems, so much problem. I has good grammars. Alright, I just want to be fast about this. You just want to be as fast as you can, you should make it. So this time we should be able to get in there, no problem. Yeah, there you go. What the heck? Okay, how come the last two times that thing was pretty much closed by the time I get here, but then this time I get over, and the thing barely even pushed its way back into the other side. That's messed up. But with that aside, this is where you're gonna get introduced into the magnetic abilities of the iron boots. So pretty much, also this is the first place where you find out where the iron boots can actually make you sink and walk underwater. If you hit the switch here, then the magnets here will pull you right up and you can walk on the ceiling. Wherever these little crystal floors take you, that's where Link can walk on. So he can pretty much change his direction on the walls no problem because of that. The controls are kind of wonky on there because of anti-gravity. If you played Super Mario Galaxy, then you should be used to those controls. Let's talk to this Goron here. Ah, I thought I felt a presence, but what a surprise to find a young human. Word has come to me of you, and if Goron has faith in you, then your heart must be true. I'm one of the 4 Goron elders. Amonto is my name. I think I said it right. Amonto? You are heroic, young human. Please, you must lend this tribe your power. And then he gives you a key shard. Pretty much you need to collect 3 key shards here to actually form the big key of this area. So this is how we're going to get our big key, by talking to all 3 of these Goron elders that are located inside the mines. That is one of the key shards that, when merged together, form the key to the room where Darbus is being held. He is our patriarch. The key is split into 3 pieces. Each of us elders keeps a piece. You must hurry to the other elders. Will do, but first things first. Right here's the dungeon map for you guys. Pretty easy to find this one since it's right in the required path. But, there we go. There we got our dungeon map, but more importantly, in this treasure chest we have money! 20 rupees to be exact. That's more important than the dungeon map, because I'm going to use this. I'm not going to use that map. Now, when you're inside this room, you can't really use most of your items, and also you can't swing your sword. Pretty much whenever you get into one of these rooms with the Goron Elders, it pretty much acts like you're inside a house, so that's kind of why. But pick up this pot here, and what do you know? It's our old friend Uku. We meet again, chicken thing. Free at last. Gracious, you're the nice fellow who helped me out the other day. How nice to see you again. Well, now we found each other again, let's stick together for a bit, I'll be right with you, so if you want to warp out, just let me know. And now we get Uku again. This time Link actually knows what this creature kind of is. Well, he's not surprised by it, that's all. We're not going to be using Uku again here unless I have something pop up unexpectedly and have to quit the game, which I doubt it. So let's just get out of here. And right here, you want to walk on the walls here. And you can also use your sword on the wall. You can only use 2 types of items on this wall, besides your iron boots, obviously, to keep you on the walls. You can use your sword, and then you can use the item that you get later on in this dungeon. If you played this game, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, well, just wait, and you'll get to see what the item is I'm talking about. Now, right in here is a little maze area. It's actually pretty easy, but what you want to do first is turn right around and go over in the direction I'm heading here, because this is where we get our first of the 2 heart pieces that are located inside the dungeon. Stabby, stabby, stabby. Stabby, I said, stabby. I'm trying to stab it. He keeps on slicing. As long as it gets hit, I don't care. As long as the enemy is dead, it doesn't matter how I slice and dice it. Now, if we walk all the way over to the other side here, right there, you see where that little torch is? It's kind of hard to see from a distance, but it's starting to pop up a little bit. You can see a treasure chest sitting right there. That's the heart piece. Now, you don't want to fall off here, by the way. You do not. If you get hit, I don't think you're going to get knocked off. You're just going to get, like, well, hurt, obviously. Yeah, you just get hurt. And you don't get knocked off. The only way you're going to fall off this magnetic area is if you take off the iron boots. Don't take them off unless you know you're absolutely safe from falling back down to a previous room. Because if you do, you gotta go all the way back into that Elder's room and then make your way from the beginning of this. Because if you see, you drop down, look where we are. We're back in this room here that had that one wall that would close in on you. So you don't want to fall off here unless you know for certain you're dropping down to the right spot. I've done that in previous playthroughs. When I first played this game, I was getting so irritated at myself because I kept on dropping down into that previous room. Simply because, oh, I thought I could drop down and I would land the section I need to be in. That's not the case because I keep on landing in back in the previous room. Alright, now this is going to take us a while to get through this. Link moves pretty slow when walking on these walls with the iron boots. But, in the meantime, I guess we can catch up on things. So, how you guys been? I've been okay. Haven't really been doing too much besides work, getting prepared for college and everything. And I recently just got back from vacation not too long ago. I went back to SeaWorld. The last time I've been to SeaWorld was like 4 years ago. So I went up to SeaWorld for a day or two. Got to see what changed, and man, a lot of things changed there since the last 4 years I've been there. For one, they have a new policy set now because of one of the trainers getting killed by one of the killer whales. So now the whale trainers in the Shamu show aren't allowed to swim in the tank with the whales. That really changed that show. Because I was so used to seeing those trainers do tricks with the whales. And now only seeing the whales doing the tricks, yeah, that was really different. I thought the show wasn't as good now as it was a few years ago when they were allowed to do tricks in there too. It just felt a little diminished. Other than that though, it was still a pretty good show. The other difference that was there in the park was the new Turtle Trek attraction, where it was pretty much just a new aquarium in there so you can get to see like turtles and other fish that they didn't have before. But it also had a 3D simulation area where you can pretty much just have this view of a turtle being born and making his way throughout the sea. You first start off in the beach where the turtle is being born. Then from there, he'll make his way into the ocean, live in the ocean life. He runs into like some enemies here and there that the turtles have. Like on the way to the sea, I remember that the turtle got caught by a crab, and he was about ready to get eaten. Then he got saved by a seagull, and that's how he got in the ocean. Then he met up with sharks, and the only way he got saved from that is by the sharks getting scared off by dolphins. Ironically enough, dolphins scaring sharks. I wasn't expecting that actually at first, but hey, it works. Whatever works, it works. I liked it though. It was a full-on dome-like 3D area, so all the way around the room, you look up at the ceiling, and it was all shown on the ceiling there. It was pretty cool. But it's kind of hard to look at one direction because of that, because just since it's all around the room there, a 360 view, you're gonna not really look in one spot for too long because of that, since the show uses the whole entire 360 view of the place. So it's kind of hard for you to pay attention just to one spot because of it. It was pretty cool. I did enjoy it. Pretty much everything else was the same though, from what I remember. Oh, the other thing they changed was they got rid of the boat show that used to be at SeaWorld in the Orlando area. I'm not sure if they had a boat show over in the California SeaWorld, but I know in the Orlando one they did. They got rid of it, which was a shame because I really did like that boat show. It was pretty cool. They're using that stadium now, it looks like, for the Reflection Act, which is pretty much their fireworks show. And they changed it up a bit too, because I remember before it was just the fireworks at like 9:50 at night. It was like a 10-minute show. But now, well, they kind of changed up how it looked a bit. But besides that, now they have a they had a pre-show to it pretty much, where they had some acrobats come in. I think those are the acrobats that were from a previous show doing some tricks, because I recognize some of them. They look very familiar. And then they also had pretty much just some songs playing where the audience can get involved a little bit. So it was like about half an hour pre-show and then the actual show itself. And I did like it. It was a pretty good way to end it off. It really was a nice fireworks show. And we went up there like 2 or 3 days before they would stop doing that for the summer, so we caught that show just in time, which I'm glad about, because the fireworks show, like I said, is a good little show they have there, so it's nice to be able to catch that before they stop doing that for the summer. And it was also nice because as soon as the fireworks show was over and SeaWorld was closing, we just walked back to our hotel, because our hotel was like a 10-15 minute walk away from the entrance to SeaWorld. So we didn't even have to pay for parking that day. That was very nice. That saved us a couple bucks on parking. We just put that to lunch. So that really did help. We got a good hotel. That hotel room we stayed at was very nice. It was all upgraded. So for once, I was staying in a hotel room that actually didn't have all appliances and furniture in it. Usually if I stay in a hotel room, it's, your box TVs, kind of small ones. You got those old lamps that are attached to walls and furniture that just looks old. And now we got to stay at a room that had a lot more updated stuff. It was a flat screen TV. They had new furniture in there. The lamps actually were very nice because, for one, they had They had outlets on them actually, which was unexpected. I was not expecting to have outlets on the lamps themselves, but they did. So you have plenty of plugs to work with. They also had an Ethernet slot, I believe, on one of the lamps too. So if you had an Ethernet cable and want to connect your computer to the internet like that, then you were able to, and that was a nice little addition. Although that was the one time I didn't bring an Ethernet cable with my stuff, so I had to use the Wi-Fi, which wasn't too bad. Their internet speed actually was pretty good. So there was nothing really to complain about there. I really did have a good time though. It was a really nice trip. And I really needed that vacation too, because I've been working a lot during the summer. I really haven't had time really to do much else, we hang out with friends and such, because I've also been busy with getting all this stuff ready for college. Because I've been running back and forth between my college here quite a lot. A lot more times than I thought I would have to. So I really didn't get to do too much at all this summer besides just work and running. So that vacation, it was a nice thing to have, because I really did need it. So, yeah, I guess that's pretty much it for now. That was a good long talk I actually had. That was like, what, 10 minutes or so talking about that? Well, we got another heart piece by doing so. And we're coming up soon, actually, to the mini-boss. I think after this room I might call it quits, because I don't want the episodes to be too long for many reasons. The biggest reason for me is also because of the file size. Because I'm using new render settings for these videos now, and by doing so, it's increasing my file size quite a lot. In fact, the last episode I uploaded was like a 22 minute video, and that was almost 2 gigabytes. That's a huge file size. So I don't really want to make these videos too long as well, because I don't want to spend 2 to 3 hours uploading one video. Just because of the fact that it's 20 minutes, almost 2 gigs. I don't want to deal with that if I don't have to. And shorter episodes, well, they're easier for people to watch in bigger chunks anyways, because if a person doesn't have time to sit down for like a half-an-hour video, they can go ahead and watch the 15-20 minute video, and they don't have to worry about that. By the way, if you keep on rolling in that segment, that's how you're going to get through that the fastest. I usually never have to use iron boots on that segment anymore, but you're going to have to at one point if you're not fast enough. So let's talk to this Goron Elder. Oh, the young human. I am pleased to see you made it this far, brother. I am one of the 4 elders of the Goron tribe. I am called Gor Ibizo. You have heard the plight of our patriarch. Otherwise, you would not have come to see me. Here, take this, brother. And there we go. We got another key shard, so all we need is one more, and we have the boss key all ready to go. Now, there is one more shard, but seeing you has reminded me of the dangers that lie in the path of it. There is something that may help you, a weapon said to have been left in the mine by a hero of old. It is beyond price, and so we have protected it through generations. Now, when our tribe balances on the brink of ruin, it could aid in our salvation. The hero's weapon is stored safely up ahead. Talk to the guard and take it with you, with the blessings of the Gorons. Will do. So, yeah, there's another treasure chest right over here, so we get more rupees. There's always going to be a treasure chest like this in the Elder's rooms that have rupees in it. Although this is the cheapest out of the 3 because he only has a yellow rupee in his treasure chest. Kinda disappointing when the other one has a 20. And then the next one we'll see has even more. I think he has a purple rupee, which is worth 50 rupees. So, yeah, this guy's kind of a cheapskate compared to the other 2. Alright, but all we need to do now is we just need to make our way over into the mini-boss area. And there's another little story I want to tell about the, I keep on mentioning this, but I'm not saying the real name of it, only because it has a spoiler to what we get up ahead. But there's a trick where you can get an upgrade early in the game in Barren Woods, and you pretty much just skip almost half the game by doing so. Well, I glitched into this area, well, not glitch, I used action replay to get into this area from the invisible barrier, and I got to this one part of the dungeon. I couldn't get in this door right here because there was no door. So there was no path. It was just pretty much a bottomless pit. I don't even know if it even was a pit. I think it was just nothingness. So that was a really weird glitch I ran into. Doing a little glitch that can pretty much break through half the game. But I'm going to stop talking about that now because I'm dragging on this video long enough. So I'm going to end it here, guys. Next time, let's play Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. We're going to take on the mini-boss of this dungeon to get ourselves the dungeon's item, which is supposedly one of the hero's items I used in the past. So, with that, I'll see you guys next time.